Hello, welcome back to Monster Train. In today's episode, it is 4:55. I had a few things to do today, so it's a little later. How you doing? How's it going? I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. The big thing that I want to tell you, I do have something to tell you. The big thing I want to tell you is that yesterday, Cranberry and I did sit down and record a full tier list for the 1 year anniversary of this game. So I believe 11 days from the video going up today, I will be putting out a roughly 6 hour all cards tier list with myself and Cranberry. That's the big one. That's the thing I want people to be looking forward to now. Because, yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot of work. It was very tiring. I started working on it, like downloading the images for the tier list at like 4:30, and we finished recording at midnight. And I went, damn, that was a lot of time. So, look forward to that. Or don't, if you don't care. I don't mind. It's definitely something that I understand if it's not your thing, but it's like a background noise sort of video. Much like most of my content, this is the sort of thing you probably want to watch while you're doing something else and just listen on in the background. But, it was fun. I enjoyed sitting there and talking for 6 hours about video games. Speaking of talking about video games, let's play Monster Train. Anything else I want to do this week? Maybe. I'm gonna try and get some other stuff out. I've been talking about Frostpunk, but I haven't been putting it up yet. I should really start bringing some stuff over for you. Maybe I'll try to do that today. Yeah, I will. Otherwise, we're gonna play Umbra today. Let's ask you a question and let's get rolling, shall we? Let's do it. Okay. Today's question is gonna be about design. Not like game design, but like art. How are you at art? And would you consider yourself an artistic person? And this is one too that I think is interesting. Do you think that art is a skill that you can learn if you are not someone who is artistic? Because I am not artistic. However, when I was younger, I always felt like it was something that was just beyond me. I was just not a good artist. But as I get older, I realize I could probably sit down and put in the time to become better at it. So, no, it's interesting for that reason. I ask this because, more specifically, design. I have to do a poster for one of my projects this semester, and one, I think it's really weird, but two, as I sit there and I look at the design, I just go, man, I don't know where to start. But I feel like I've got a little bit of an advantage because I've worked on thumbnails for YouTube for so long, but I don't really think that they are great in terms of design, like the first look thumbnails and things like that. But it's an interesting thought, more or less, and I'm interested to hear what you think. So let me know. And also, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Today we're playing Umbra, Exile, Melting. It's Rage, Talos, Curse, Fell, Chase, Seraph, Prismal Dust, Wicklash, Cannibalize. I kind of want to do something different today. Take conscription notice. I want to do something a little spicy today. Yeah, I want to play Glutton. Yeah, that's what I want. And so I shall. I'm willing to take this horde because there's one specific thing we're looking for with Glutton. It's not Mark of a Champion. I'm willing to take Rationing of Scales, actually. Just completely maximize our strong early game because Glutton has a weaker start. Basically, I think you're supposed to just take the trials without fear. It's very hard to die from 50 HP, as I have said many times. Even Apprentices of Light, yeah, I know, but like, I have Conscription Notice, Rationing Scales. It's really hard to die. I hope. Just put like a Siren here with 2 Wicklashes. Yeah, she's gonna kill everything with those, and then I'll bring her back with Reform. A shame about that collector though, isn't it? And so basic early game strategy here is going to be to let the Conscription Notice carry for a little while, and then when it stops carrying, we will have Glutton Penumbra, and hopefully by that point we will have like, I don't know, like a furnace tap probably, or a trample, things like that. And basically that's it, actually just furnace tap or trample, either one, I don't really care. But yeah, generally that's the plan. I'm going to save myself this damage? No, I guess not. Because like I didn't save myself that damage. I could save the damage, but like it is just meaningless. I'm never going to gain pyre health in the next ring. So like I'm not... Yeah, like... I mean, I guess I'll play the Wake Contrition, right? But there is no reason to either way. That choice is completely meaningless. Just interesting to note that. To notice and note it, I suppose. I want to play Umbra, so normally I would take Prismal Dust, but I already have it. So, and like normally I would take Mind Collapse, but I'm playing the Penumbra. I can take Umbra. It goes against my better judgment, and I should probably just take the draft and play into, I don't know, the good thing here. I'll take the draft. It's really cheap insurance against just missing like a bounty stalker here, you know? I'm sure there's probably not a bounty stalker here, but imagine there is. Yeah. So, in this position, I can just take Paraffin Enforcer, infuse him with draft, and we will be chilling. Without a doubt. Like, that line is, of course, good. But I want to do something different. I want to play a little Penumbra, you know? I want to play a little Gorge. Do I want to play the draft? Nah, I could play Paraffin Enforcer tomorrow. We're playing Umbra today. That's all there is to it. And I don't need to take Paraffin Enforcer for right now because we have Inscription Notice. Yeah, the damage that I took was meaningless. Indeed. I just healed a 50 anyway. Oh no, do I even want Morsel Master? I guess. Paraffin Thug is worthwhile if I can get him to stay alive. 995 is enough for him to live. Wait, really? Oh, yeah, no it's not. That's, what the hell am I saying? 995 is enough, he lives. Yeah, okay, buddy. Alright. This is kind of grim. I feel like I have to take the hit to my pyre, it's fine. Oh my god, that's a 13 times 2. Maybe no, Prismal Dust doesn't do anything. I have to take the damage, and I'm gonna not play Train Steward here so that I can pull Paraffin Thug from Primitive Mold. And he can tank most of this damage. Yeah, and then I will live. I'd rather reform a morsel than a Train Steward. Wow. Alright. Thank you, Paraffin Thug, very cool. And again, anyone that you walk away from, right? Any fight that we don't die in is a victory. Do I die in this fight? Well, look, I'm not here to answer your question. Except that I am, yeah. And I do, yeah. 17, it's a lot of damage. Right, it's 15, it's 19 right away. He has 1 lifesteal, and then it's 13 per round. I think it's best to just ignore the Prismal Dust and go for the big scaling. I make a case for playing draft there because reforming draft is good here, but I didn't. 7, 8, 13. Oh, that makes no difference. Huh. Oh yeah, chump blocking wouldn't make a difference here. Alright, I'm gonna replay this one. Look, is it my fault? Yeah, sure, you got me. But like, also, I just want to play it again and play it basically the same, but put the morsels behind, because I should have recognized that chumping makes no difference. Remember to play top floor at the same time so we get Paraffin Thug. Actually, realistically, what I should do is I should look at this and go, hang on a second here. He doesn't live. I mean, realistically, what I should do is stop killing myself by giving +4s to clergy combats with no pings, but, you know, I don't want to hear that. I think I'm gonna play it the same way. Though, what I should do is I should play Whiplash on the Thug for the very small amount of a difference it makes. And then we go Primitive Mold, I get back Train Steward, I play Penumbra Assault, and then I got different morsels here, didn't I? I think that was an attack morsel. I think I got 2 attack morsels last time. And we don't play Train Steward so we can bring back the Paraffin Thug. Like so. Paraffin Thug goes here, he takes enough so that I don't just die. And then I do this, and I get, again, slightly different. I'm just gonna go for attack this time. Not gonna play the morsels mid-floor. It still might just be death, right? That's what it could be at the end of the day. I could just be dead here, but you never know. And the difference I want to make here is I want to play draft, and I want to just generate better morsels, I guess. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, when you get right down to it, I didn't make any better decisions, I just rolled better morsels, which is, you know, sure. Doesn't really feel good to me to win through that means. I just wanted to play it the same way, but any minor change, I guess, changes the morsels you get. This is a run to take Space Prism. I know making of a morsel's cool, but like, I need space to play morsels. That's all. I'm not taking Whiplash again. I don't need reforms from resin removal. Why did I take this unit draft? Yeah, that's a good question. I shouldn't have taken it. I don't know. I want Morsel Master. No, I don't want these. No, I don't want Crucible Collector. I'm okay. I will be duplicating Space Prism. And that's it. The end. Hey, more space. Cool. I'll take Railforger's Hammer. I'm not going to take +3 space because that one's kind of inconsistent and scary. I will take +1 space everywhere, unsurprisingly, I imagine. House. I've had, like, the last 2 days of Monster Train runs have been just, like, extremely... I'm gonna use the extra space I got to put Rail Beater here. The last 2 days have just been like really high damage combats with Umbra, so I have no pings. And then I just die. And now I've been doing it to myself by taking trials, you are correct, but it doesn't change the fact that that has been what is happening to me. That's what's going on here. And I mean, look at this shit. Look at this wave. My Penumbra is getting hit for what is this? This is turn 3. My man's taking 24. He's taking 32. This is a round against old Sarah. How's Gorge Penumbra supposed to keep up with that? The answer is really he's not. He's just supposed to die. But I refuse to believe it. Also, I'm playing a line that I am relatively confident is less good here today than just playing a good line following a strategy laid out by melting. Because we could also just be doing that. You want to Whiplash the one that's hitting? Yeah, so it gets the doubled attack and kills. Yeah, died to the morsel hitting me for 26. What are you gonna do? Craft. I have room for 4, so I may as well eat draft so I can get 4 morsels down. This is like playable, I think. If we get a trample stone, we have so much space. If we get the morsel support, I think that this is doable. We could see not death right away off of this, which is exciting. Don't get me wrong. I have enough space to play a lot of stuff, which is cool. Please show me a good rare. Okay, I'm gonna play Shroud Spike. Okay, it's not what I was looking for. Didn't I just see this unit draft? And probably draw. Yeah, I'll take draw. This will be draw energy. I have legitimately 0 units in my deck. No, that's not true. I have drafts and 4 train stewards, but I have no draw priority units. So there's no real reason to go to the steel shop right now. Morsel Maker? I don't think so. This run is really bad. Like, there is no chance for this run to do anything other than die. I like trample Penumbra here, maybe? Okay. Maybe trample Penumbra here, right? But this is terrible. I cannot impart on you enough how not good this seems to me. Because what we need, and this run goes from being not good to okay if I can get a big Shroud Spike off. So I'm going to make the correct play here. Make the play that feels like it's the best idea. And that's probably going to be -1. I'm going to reroll first. I'm going to put a +10 on Umbra Assault. I'm going to reroll. Permafrost, yeah, okay. I'm gonna make the play, which is to freeze Shroud Spike. And I think it's like Spell Chain Freeze is good. Because you use the first one on the energy morsel and then you use the second one on the follow-up, right? I think so. And you get like, you go at 3 energy, this is going to be worth 5x on whatever you're playing. Because you're gonna play, like you play your rubble morsel, you exit for 6, and then you get, or you can do it for 3 times 2, which is 6, and then you go -1 from there. Or no, it'd be 4, right? 6 -1. I don't know. I think I'm actually underselling how much this is going to be worth. The more that I think about it, I think it's going to be worth more than I'm saying. If you're going to get it at 5x, so you're going to get 10 Gorges from your Shroud Spike if you have the Rubble Morsel in hand and 3 energy. Which is obviously a lot of ifs, but that's alright. I'm going to eat the Steward. Oh my god, all my morsels. I haven't thought about this problem before with morsels. I've thought about all the other problems. I haven't thought about the problem of sometimes there's a 140 with 2 spikes that stops you from gorging. I didn't think about that issue. Gross. I didn't think of that. Yeah, I guess so though. It can happen. Alright, I need you to give me a magma morsel. This game is a bitch. And I have to spike, right? For sure. It feels like the right idea, but like I'm only going to have even a chance here because of rationing scales. So what's in here? Magma morsel? Alright. We'll see. I feel perhaps I should have taken energy. That's my first feeling here that I'd like to state. Perhaps I should have taken energy. Secondly, just generally feel like I am unbelievably behind here. And on a fast track straight to hell. But like not in a good way, because like going to hell in this game is supposed to be a good thing. I think this is a bad hell. This is bad hell. I believe though. I believe in. Well, I took the. I took the trample, so the trample stone is no longer an out. Interestingly enough. So what's my out here? I'll let you know. I'll get back to you. Is it void binding? No. Is it crucible extent? No. Is it gem trove? I feel like taking gem trove is a defeatist attitude. Taking gem trove is me saying that I need to play this card to keep my morsels alive. I refuse. Stealth, that's a way better card to keep my morsels alive. Our Relentless honestly looks great. Like, really, it does not look that bad. Oh my god. Oh no. No. I can't keep getting away with it. Yeah, we hit Fossilized Fangs. Alright. Alright, dupe the Shroud Spike. Alright, Value Stone. Too bad I can't Value Stone the Shroud Spike right now. I'm taking Engulfed in Smoke. I can't keep getting away with this. Fossilized Fangs. Oh no, Crystal Cloak, don't do it. I will not be taking a trial versus Harvesters, no thank you. We can play the morsels first, sure. Watch this Rebel Morsel not show up when I need him. You know what's gonna happen. What did I tell you? We all know. I do think that I just Shroud Spike right away in these fights to get my good friend Penumbra started on the first one. Like later on I'm gonna need bigger numbers, but right now I don't need that large of a number to survive. There it is. I have nothing to do with it though. Yeah. I'm just gonna eat it. I recognize that I'm taking 6 for cannibalizing that, but I think that it's fine. Oh yeah, it also puts it in the primitive mold. So that I can play primitive mold for a guaranteed one later. That's interesting. But yeah, I don't really care about taking 10 there, because we have rationing scales, and I will not be taking any more damage today. 2 Rebel Morsels. And this deck's gonna look a little bit smarter and a little bit better when I have +1 energy, which will be soon. I think that this deck is actually not that bad with +1 energy. I just have to reach that point. And we hit the double Gorge, which is like it's nuts. I'm just gonna ×10 there. Sadly, I have nothing to spend this on. Actually, you know, that's not true. I do have Prismal Dust, so sure, I guess. This is a terrible run because like I have no right. I don't have the right to win this run. This run, it dies on combat 2, and then when you roll well enough to win on combat 2, like I did, I replayed. I thought I had a line to win, and then I just rolled better morsels. It's hard to say if I would have won or lost, etc., etc. Oh, that doesn't matter. This run should still die, like, here. Realistically speaking, this run was supposed to die in this combat. And the fact that it didn't is an affront to video games. Crucible Extension is good. I am not going to be taking many other cards. I am just going to go... I'm gonna go look at the relics. Hell Pact. Yeah, there's no justice. That's all there is to it. Hell's Banners. Yeah, there's really just no justice in this video game. That's all you gotta know now. There's no justice. It's just strange because I feel like the Gorge Penumbra line requires this sort of a high roll to really have a chance of victory, but I mean, when it's good, it's awesome. It's just a lot has to go right. And even still, we could find ourselves in a bad spot here. Is it still a fight again? Oh, I should, you know, with this knowledge, I would have played bottom 4, but I don't know that this is coming. I'm gonna play her bottom 4 anyway, and I'm gonna let her die and let her go into the reform pool. Yeah. And then I will bring her back on the turns where it makes sense to. Like so. And she can kill and absolve, or perhaps leave the draft in. Now, in an unbelievable turn of events, I have somehow only now drawn my first morsel. But, at one rubble morsel and all of our woes are gone. And then I'm going to eat the excavator. So you wanna, when you're in a position like this, you wanna shroud spike first. Because you just want to get the big energy number right away before you spend any other energy. And then we will play... I honestly should probably just X... It doesn't really matter, but I should do it on the lifesteal morsel to be sure that Penumbra lives. Huh. Would you look at that? Yeah, I mean, that's just nonsense. 100% that is just nonsense. It is very silly. I don't have anything else that I can really truly say about it other than this is very silly. The fact that I'm getting away with this is interesting. Look at my man. That's 1,000 attack. Yeah. That is in fact 1,000 attack trample. The triggers are still going. He's still going. It's still going. How ridiculous. I'm just gonna end turn from here on, I think. I don't really have any desire to sit here and create morsels. My opinions are unswayed, by the way. Like I'm aware that Penumbra can do this if you hit the nuts. I just feel like you don't hit the nuts all that often. But when you do, you know, pretty sick nasty. When you drop this menace to society. And interestingly enough, even though this looks very absurd, it's still not set in stone that we have a victory on our hands. I'm gonna take the energy. Because I need to get an energy morsel at the right time. Take the Mark of an Exile, sure. You have to get the energy morsel with another morsel. I think it's not that hard to do that, but, you know. I could see it still going awry on the Divinity, because it's only, you get 3 bad turns in a row on the Divinity, and then you die. That's how the fight goes. However, I'll probably go duplicate the Shroud Spike for the rest of my shards. My packet of shards. I'm gonna start taking things to 0 cost here. Cards that I want to play should be 0 costed right now. Like Shade Splitter. That's fine. And onwards we go. It is interesting to think about the RNG manipulation aspect of this game. Like in that second combat there, I won on the second pass where I lost on the first pass, and it's why I don't even like really replaying combats like that one all that much, is just because... Kermit, you have too much HP. But it can happen like it did for me there, where I just played my cards in the slightest of a different order, and then won, where I should have lost. Giving it a little thought. I think I can greed here. But I want to play the draft so that I have something in the primitive mold pool. So that on this turn, I can primitive mold back something if I think it's worthwhile. Rubble Morsel, great news, everyone. It is worth it, I think, to play Shade Splitter again. Then that takes you to 6. And I want to play Cannibalize. Yeah. Now that he's like, now that he's a real big boy with the gorges. Look at that number go up. Yeah. And now that he's a real big boy gorger, no energy morsel, too bad. He scales much faster, so I can go without going for lifesteal basically because he's getting 4 health instead of 2. He's gonna have enough. There's an energy morsel. Don't really need him. That number is 2,000. 2147 with trample. That's a big one. I guess there is. I think that this is inconsistent enough that you're better off to play the other Penumbra lines still, even though, because it's just a scenario where your low rolls are so bad that you're gonna lose, right? How did this run look before I hit double Gorge, basically? Think back to that. And the answer is not that bad with Shroud Spike, but... And so maybe with Glutton, there's enough things to say get you there that it's worth it. Because you can say that double Gorge plus Trample gets you there, Trample Stone gets you there, all the way on Gorge gets you there, Energy Relics, Shroud Spikes, things like this, they all get you there. Oh, I should have checked all of this first. Yeah. That's alright. We'll still do it. Too bad. Trinket Shop looks pretty mediocre. But yeah, I'll put the X+2 on Shroud Spike. Sure, make it a 2X+5. That's a big one. Now I recognize I have no answer to the Divinity sweep except for Shroud Spike, but I think that except for Shroud Spike is a good enough answer. And I actually also have the stealth, to be fair. Get rid of Penumbra, so no, I'll keep it. It's fine. It does. I don't think it matters, but maybe it matters. Like maybe I should buy Jack Strips there or something just to be safe. Imagine if Jack Strips triggered every time Seraph changed the floor outside of Relentless. That would look pretty silly. Yeah, you got Horned Warrior. Show me a Rubble Morsel. Aw. I will still just play this. Like, there's no reason to mess around here. You can just go for the 586, 228 play. It really is a scenario where I only need to play a Morsel once and then Shroud Spike it because of Hell's Banners, right? You only need it once. Hey, Rubble or Morsel Miner, I mean. I haven't seen that guy in a while. And when you have the X+4 like this, I mean the Hell Pact is what really pushes this over the edge, I think. Before the Hell Pact, it's like, I'm not really getting the amount that I need. After the Hell Pact, you go, Or rather, I go, Could have gotten a little more out of this. What I should also, or not should, but what I could also be doing is setting up a cool, like, multi-part chain where I generate, like, 4 Rubble Morsels and hold them all together. And then set up, like, a 5 Shroud Spike super play. Although I think that's just going to cap at 99, to be fair. Yeah, sure, let him die. That's fine. That's 1 in the pool. I don't know why, That morsel death sound where he just sighed though was really fun. I think. My man died and just went, Boss man, I hear you. Can I get an energy morsel, please? What the heck? What is this? Am I supposed to take 18x? Don't be ridiculous. Oh, Seraph's dead. Oh, yeah. Alright. Yeah, you got me. This is pretty fun, though. Just watching the big number. Oh no, damage shield. Oh jeez, oh fuck. Rubble Morsel turn 1 fills me with a pretty good amount of hope for this one. By a pretty good amount, I mean, yeah, we win. Cool. I high rolled the first turn. We didn't even have to wait to see. Like, there was no drama. I'm just playing a 48x Morsel Gorge right now. It's all health, but like, you know, 48 times 9 is still... Well, please let me out. Please. But, okay, but like the thing is, yeah, so what I have to do here is I also have to come down here and hope. I'm actually gonna... I'm under threat from these damage shields. This is a real threat to my run. I am going to be a little upset if I die to this. Alright, I don't think I die to this. 6, 12, 18. It is so hard to stop that 2015 from killing her. Like I don't even know, but I think this wave kills me if it goes up as is. So I'm just gonna throw stuff in front until she gets her attack off. And if I have to Shroud Spike her, I Shroud Spike her. Alright, I Shroud Spike her. It doesn't feel good, but like I'm gonna die if this damage shield wave goes up. I should have bought Jack Strips to stop that wave from being a problem. Now I have to take less Gorges on my Penumbra. What the heck, game? Now look what I have to do. Still kill on this turn, so you know. Like, look at this. Now he's only a 2720 monster train. Ugh. Can you believe the nerve of this game? What a far cry we are, though. Sometimes people will see me play this sort of a run, though, or they'll hear me say something and they will go, "Oh, well, you said this thing was bad, but it was good here." And this is something that you should remember when I talk about this game. There are cases for every card in this game. You could have a run with the most worthless, useless card in this game, whichever one you think it is, where that card goes nuts, and that's kind of the cool part about this game. On average, Battering Ram is terrible, but if you give it Value Stone Holdover and you have a ton of armor generation, that card's probably going to be really cool. Something to remember. Don't come at me for this run and go, "Oh, well, if Gorge is so bad and morsels are so bad, then why did you win this run?" Well, first of all, I didn't. I actually died in combat too. But second of all, I high rolled. I don't think Gorge Penumbra is good on average, but that was fun. I think rather, on average, I think that the other two paths are better. That's the better way to put it. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, don't forget to leave me a like. Subscribe if you want to see more. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.